In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a glitch effect using Luma Fusion. Now, I will admit, I kind of ripped this idea off of the YouTuber Peter McKinnon, who showed us how to do it using Premiere Pro. So I'm going to link to his video in the description below so you can check that out. But you can do exactly the same thing in Luma Fusion. So this is how we're going to do it. I've got a clip here of just a record playing, and what we're going to do, we're going to get that to glitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on it, go to the toolbox, I'm going to hit clone. Because what I want is another version of that, exactly the same, right above. So now we've put those two identical clips on top of each other. What we then need to do is double tap onto that top layer. And we're going to go to blending, and we're going to reduce its opacity by about 50% or thereabouts. At the moment it looks exactly the same, and we're going to see the effect of that in just a moment. So the next thing we need to do is cut up some segments, because you want to create a sort of a strobe effect. So I'm going to zoom in, so a bit closer to the frames. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the scissor tool to cut up random segments. Now what we need to do is make sure that we've got neither of the two clips selected, and because they're both linked together by that line just here, what happens is when we use the scissor tool, it will cut both videos to save us a bit of time. So let's cut up some segments. And then what we're going to do is we're going to delete some random segments to help create that strobe effect. Before we do that, what we have to make sure we do is tap this on the left hand side. What that means is when we delete parts of the video footage, it will leave a blank space. Otherwise, what it will do is you'll shift all the footage back and you end up with no gaps at all. So now we've done that, we're going to delete random parts of this footage. And now when I play it back, we kind of get that strobe effect, which is exactly what we want to do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into some of the footage in that top layer and play around with some of the settings. Bearing in mind we've already set it to 50% opacity, what you're going to see now is some of those really interesting effects. So I'm going to double tap on this one here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give it a bit of a tint. So I'm going to go to our effects panel here, and I'm just going to choose a preset. Actually, I'm going to choose green for this one. And then what I'm going to do is move back into this first option, the frame and fit in the bottom left, and I'm going to move the X and Y position ever so slightly, really ever so slightly, just like that. And you can see it kind of looks really a bit blurred now. You can also change the size of it, because what you'll notice is it kind of cuts off some of the frames slightly, so you can do stuff like that. And I'm going to do the same thing for some of the other segments on the top layer. And now when I play it back, kind of get that really cool glitch effect. And what's good is you can actually make some of these frames a bit longer. If you decide that one bit of your glitch, you'd like to make it a bit longer, what you can do is let's take this blue one for instance, this one here. I want to make that slightly longer, so I'm going to delete the one after it. I'm going to drag this out a little bit. There you go. So you can kind of trim and adjust the effect as you want it, but that's how you get that really cool glitch effect. Just like that. So, cool. If you found that video useful, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be doing some more Luma Fusion related videos really soon.